to another episode of Go Little Garage. Today we have the Bugatti Bolide, kit number 42151, brand new, just came out January 1st of 2023. This is a Technic series. As you can tell, it's listed as ages 9 and up. It's 905 pieces, definitely available retail. If you use our link and go to lego.com and you're a VIP member, you will get 325 points for this kit. Before we get started, if you're liking this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. And that'll let me know what I should keep making videos about. So, that being said, let's get started. Alright, we got a big old manual, lots of pages. This one should take about 3 hours for 905 pieces. We got 4 bags, and we got a big old decal sheet. So, let's get started. that is the brand new Bugatti Bolide. This is an incredible representation of this car. It's an amazing car. This is a very good tribute for this $5 million hypercar. The grille, the splitters, overall this is a good model. Most of it's very sturdy. There's some cool features to it, and I say that every time, but they have not just the V8 in the back, they do have the W16. I was excited to see how they did that. I'm a little disappointed with the sticker up here that's just carbon fiber and it's not the golf ball arrow like on the actual Bolide. And there's a couple other things. The doors on the model open up like a McLaren, but in the Bolide they open up forwards. Otherwise it's pretty accurate. And they got the X taillights in the back, they have the X headlights in the front. They did pretty well with the scoop, open arrow. This isn't a mistake, this is actually how the car is. The hood, or the trunk, because it's engine's in the back, but the front arrow is wide open to the suspension in the actual car. The grille is nicely done with that trademark Bugatti horseshoe grille. It's a really well done model. It was really sturdy building it, and then as it went on, it got kind of delicate, like the wing, it's just for show. The sides don't connect and the whole back doesn't connect, but it's a good model. I like the silkscreen parts. I wish more of the parts were silkscreen because there were some really frustrating decals. And this is the first time I've seen this, an actual Lego branded decal, even though this is not a car you would see sponsored decals on. This is just a race car. It's made for the track, but it's not a competition car yet. So that's interesting that they would put the Lego branding on that. I don't know if that's new for 2023, if they're going to be doing that more. I mean, this is kind of cool. I don't know if it's meant to be opening or if it's meant to just kind of sit there. There's a lot of pieces that just aren't connected to get the look right, which is kind of annoying, but I think I'd rather have it look right like it does. It's very well designed. Like I said, there was a couple annoyances. The age on the box is 9+. I have a friend with a 9-year-old, and she said that he was getting frustrated with it, and I have no doubt that he was getting frustrated with it because I'm not 9 years old and I was getting frustrated with it. So I don't know what savant 9-year-olds can put this thing together without getting angry, especially with stickers inside of places. Like there's stickers in the seats to represent seat belts. I haven't seen that. And there's stickers on the diffuser. There's stickers on the insides of these little L brackets, and those are really annoying. This sticker here is 2 pieces instead of 1, and it goes on 1 piece. So that was kind of frustrating, but I still really like it. I think that it's not a 9-year-old model. I think it's a 12 or 13-year-old model, just like Dom's Charger. It would do better with an older audience, but overall, I really like it. I think they did a really good job with a lot of the arrow pieces here. They made it look really close to the real car, so this is a good one. I enjoyed it. I like it. Okay, here we go. This model took longer than average for a 900-piece set. I can usually build about 300 pieces an hour while filming, but this model took almost 4 hours instead of the estimated 3. For this reason, build time gets a 4. One of the factors of the excessive build time was the added complexity. There's quite a few spots in this model that are overly complex for where they are, which earns it another 4. Complexity aside, the flow went really smoothly. There's only a couple instances of jumping around the model, which really isn't bad, so I'm giving it an 8. The instructions broke up the build into a lot of sub-assemblies, which is what I like to see, but there were a couple steps where I had to spend time hunting for differences in the picture rather than having a clear image of where it goes. This dropped it to a 9. As mentioned in the review, this was a stout frame with some delicate finishing touches. Overall, it's pretty rigid, and the pieces that are delicate are more of an alignment issue than a structural one, but it's kind of annoying when the slightest touch by a curious friend ruins your display, so model construction gets a 7. The completed size of this model is just about right. It's similar to the McLaren Senna GTR, which we'll release a video on in the near future, which earns this one a 9. I went into realism quite a bit in the review, but I think they did a really good job. I know they were limited to the pieces available in the scale of the model. They did manage to do a W16 and get the X taillights in the back, but the things I didn't like the way the doors open and the lack of the golf ball arrow feature and the sticker on the top, I think were really a missed opportunity and dropped the score to a 7. The age on the box for this model is definitely wrong. With how complex the chassis is, the unclear steps in the instructions, and all the small stickers in annoying places, it frustrated me, so I can imagine how it'll affect 9-year-olds. This kit definitely is an adult only, so it doesn't get a 0, but it's definitely at least a 12 and up, not 9 and up, so it gets a 2. Although I did enjoy this build, it wasn't as fun as it could have been. The complexity of this model, extended build time, stickers on inside surfaces of pieces, and the few unclear steps in the instructions increased frustration levels, which means it lowered fun levels. Sure, it was cool seeing the parts
come together, like the front end, the W16 engine, and the rear end, but that didn't make up for the other annoyances along the way, so I have to give it a 5. That being said though, the price of this model just about makes up for its shortcomings and gives it a pretty good value. It's not very expensive for the number of pieces you get and the time it occupies, so it gets an 8. With everything added up, the Bugatti Bolide, kit number 42151, gets a total of 63. That may be the lowest so far, but I don't think it'll be the lowest in the series. If you have this model, let us know in the comments what you liked or didn't like about it. If you like this kit and don't have it yet, or even if you just like to support our channel, click the link in the description and order yours. If you're a fan of hypercars or just exotic cars in general, I definitely suggest checking out more about the real-life Bolide. It's quite an amazing creation with some very interesting technologies, plus it sounds really good. But with my budget, I'm going to stick to this little guy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.